We are going to get one hell of a final. As I said before, spread the word, spread the love, because everyone should be watching this game right now.
This is the finals that we've waited for, not just throughout this tournament, Banks. Throughout the entirety of EU Valorant, it has just been G2 slapping absolutely everybody. 2-0s, 3-0s, doesn't matter. But here we go. 5 maps are what are needed. It is the 5th and final of the finals. And already we're seeing a push in towards the A side. FPX looking to get Froggy up in the faces of G2. The wall already up. It's now reinforced, strong and ready to go. And that's going to take a while to break while Patatek only gets 1. And the A site might just be open for business. Ooh. And indeed it is.
A site under control of FPX. A bit of a back and forth. Mixwell dashing out there, but the spike on the floor, they can't pick it up. A slight error here for the FPX side, and they've got to push into 2 players. And it's a breach they need to deal with as well, but Zipan finishes off Piff. It's going to give them the numbers advantage here. That grenade going out, it forces Mixwell out of position, and now David P's all alone, but they swarm him, they take him down, and FPX grab the pistol round. Even Zipan is shaking his table now.
They're all in the earthquake zone, but it's G2 that are looking shaky. Losing out the pistol round, that is a big blow, and look at this. Every game that we've had so far, G2 have been nothing but smiles. I think Mixwell's turned into an android. This guy's just been staring at a screen for the last hour, trying to comprehend what the hell is happening. We literally had artists say, if they lose a single map, that's an embarrassment. That's a bad performance from them. They've lost 2. In fact, they're 2-1 down, James.
Oh my. Oh my. If this was a best of 3 and there was no advantage, it would FPX already have won. But it is a best of 5. It is G2 being pushed. It is them being pressured, and it's how they deal with this. A loss has to come to everyone eventually, and it's only 1 round. You can never count G2 out. Like I said, I've seen them come down from being a 10-2 first half loss and then win like 13-11. These guys have always been able to make it work and find a way. But Artist's position is going to be known. Oh no, he gets tagged up heavily there. Mixwell's going to go switch it out now, but they need to be oh so careful. Shao on the Sage is such a delight for me to see, because that's the time they actually were able to challenge G2 a bit on this map before Zipan had that incident where he just lagged out. Oh, the shorty! Piff's trying to make it work. The flashes are coming out. We're blind for days, and they're just trading out for now.
This is going to be a nice little spray by Shao, but he only gets 1. The returns are there. G2 are still putting up a fight even with the weaker weapons. Mixwell, no escape from that as Angel lurked down below and waited for him. That's a trippy effect coming out of Patatek's gun, but unfortunately it's not enough to get him the round win. That is G2 falling 2-0, but it was a very weak investment. They came in with practically nothing. Some shorties, some ghosts, and some classics. Now they get the full investment, and this is where the damage can really be done by the G2 side.
And remember, this is a very defensive-sided map, as we've seen multiple times here. We saw FPX on the good time they had a run on this map. Was it 3 they got on their attacking side? I'm playing well off memory. So. I'm putting you on the spot again, Mitch.
Yeah, throwing me under the bus on that one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
It's never throwing you on the bus. It's me that can't remember it. That's why I'm asking you.
So we had the history of this has been pretty defensive-sided for G2, massively so actually. When they play against this team, I'll go through the history: 7 rounds, 8 rounds, 9 rounds, and 10 rounds. It's been getting slowly, but surely better. Well, now 10 is the best they can get, and they got to look for a little bit more. Because if they're going to be actually delivering this win and finishing out the final Ignition series, they need to dominate. They need to come through and stop FPX, because that ball is rolling. And we said confidence was going to be one of the main issues for FPX going into the previous map. Well, there's no doubt about it. This team is looking confident now.
Oh, Piff with the double up. Angel's able to swing round on him, but FPX, they don't have the numbers right now. Good positioning, but Artist is still going to seal the deal. I love seeing Artist on the raise. It fits his character. It fits his style. Has he done enough, though, in order for G2 to hold on to this? David P and Patatek looking to try and push in. Nicely done for now. They're all there on top of it. And it's an easy cleanup. 3 still alive, and G2 managed to get the job done here. They're sharing out the ult point from the defuse. And rightly so. Play it smart, play it safe the whole way through. But even though that's a round win, The faces of G2 have changed massively.
No longer are there smiles all around and confidence overflowing. This is a G2 that feel the pressure, that feel threatened. And you can see that, whoa, again, the earthquake zone for Shadow. Honestly, I don't know what this guy is playing on. It looks like he's playing on a seesaw.
He's so close, right, to his monitor. Any movement he makes, he must just be kicking the table.
He's going to hit himself in the face with the thing in a second.
I'll tell you now, I used to play like that many years ago in my playing days. And I wear glasses now. So Shadow, back a little bit away. Mate. Safety first, trust me.
Monitors back then were like 10 hertz though, right?
We had
back in the
120
good old
hertz
days.
on CRT though, mate. I was lugging CRTs around to my lands.
Are those the big suitcase?
Yep, you wouldn't even be able to lift them. Your arms don't carry enough. There's a reason I'm big and strong.
I was going to say I'd just bring it in the car, but you probably didn't have those back then. The cart, I guess. The horse and carriage. Back when fuel was just carrots. But we're in a position now for G2. You know, they went out that round. Okay, cool. Now answer back when they don't have the weak weapons, when they've got the rifles in play. Because FPX, they didn't upgrade the previous round, right? They played that one a little bit looser. And sure, they got wrecked on just a straight B push, but now we're seeing a much more spread out attack. They've gone in towards the upper A, moving down through rope room, and they're starting to split in towards this site. Mixwell, he realizes something's up. Something is really happening that they haven't got a grip on. So he calls for that rotate. They realize this is probably a B hit.
Nicely done. The push is going to come through. David P doesn't want to risk it. That wall's in play as well, but it's Piff and Artist. They're coming up huge. Even with a judge in play, Piff's going to get a free upgrade out of it. He'll be slapped down by Shadow eventually, but Shadow does not have much health and he does not have much time. G2 get the next round on the board, and that slow attempt, it was completely read by G2. They were well aware of what was going on.
That they were. G2 had such a good read. You could see it from the very start, Banks. You know, when Mixwell just wrapped around behind, he was being so cautious, and he realized, you know what? There's nobody here, right? There's no movement. There's nothing happening. So it's time to then start rotating over. They had 4 players towards that site before the push came in. That was just such a fantastic read. And my God, what is that? Honestly, it's freaking me out at this point, Banks. Get this man a desk, FPX. Come on. You're a big orc. You can give him a desk.
If they get the win, we'll sort it out. We'll make it happen.
25K. You can go to IKEA. Yeah. If you find that win. They'll have something. They'll have something. You're in Sweden, IKEA, come on.
FPX on the pistols, but still being cautious here at mid. I do love the way G2 play it out here at mid. They try and come through more towards the B side, occasionally mix it up on rope room. But in general, they don't like to mix it up too much or be too aggressive. They'll allow you to have some more control. They'll lure you into a false sense of security. More flashes coming out for days. Reggie Davis B goes down, and oh, you've given Shadow an opportunity there, but it's Shao delivering with the Sheriff. We're now in a 1v1. The revives come into play as well. This is huge. There'll be weapons for them to play off of. They need to make a decision on where they want to go. They've got plenty of time to decide it as well.
There's one thing that they can deduce as well. If you've got Mixwell towards mid, Patatek is typically going to be playing that A site in his stead. Yep. I think they've realized that moving into the B site, going in for the plant. I mean, FPX have played against this team 4, maybe 5 times. I think 4. So they know the tendencies. Oh. But Patatek, well, he tends to win these if he's given the opportunity in with 1. Oh! And he gets it after the paranoia. What a huge play. And he comes through. But wrong agent, but, you know, it's the thought that counts with the spray and then the defuse. Beautiful stuff. G2, they're not letting go of this one, Banks.
Patatek, what a play. What a way for that to go down. 30 health after the first engagement. Straight in confidently onto Shao. And okay, let's be honest, that round should have never got that way. Look how it started off. They only had pistols. So FPX made it work for sure. But they managed to bait out the revive from Shao as well, which is a huge use. Oh, is that he's doing the Goku? Lend him my energy.
What is this?
Spirit bomb is coming up. I love it, Biff. Take my energy.
He's actually doing some sort of Zen stuff to the screen as well. Like, channel.
I'm all in on it. I'm all in on it, right? Anything that works.
Hey, look, if it's going to give you maybe a small chance of winning the round, I'll take it, man.
Twitch chat, do me a favor right now. Clip that. Put Goku and then put Piff on the other side and do the lend me my energy moment.
That was something else. I've never seen that in player cams, Banks. I've seen a lot of player cams, but that is a first for me.
Do you know what? Mick Blast right now doing the social media. He's right on top of this. He's ready for all the moves.
That one's
He's
going
loving it.
Oh, man. Well, something new. I guess you learn something new every day. Maybe that's why I don't win enough clutches. I need my teammates to be channeling their inner zen.
You'll always have my energy, Mitch. I'm always giving it to you. I may be old, but I'll lend you every bit of strength I've got.
Well, not much coming my way then, but we're looking at a spot for FPX now that, this is their opportunity to challenge and really answer back. Again, they got close in the previous round. They almost had it, but it's an acceptable one to lose. That flash should not have hit David P. Yeah, he backed off that corner. Very early usage of the ultimate as well. He can't really capitalize anything off it. It only cost him a couple seconds, but that could be all the difference with the amount left on the clock.
Again, heavy focus here from FPX to try and get into B. The time is running down. They need to make something happen. They need to make something happen fast. This is great for G2. Time is on their side, and they've halted everything FPX wanted to try and do here. Mixwell, cheeky as you like, pops in with the operator. And another flawless round goes their way. It's an attack from every single side.
Yeah, just pincering in. You go absolutely everywhere, diving onto that one. And you know, when you're G2 and you're able to just box them in like that on time, hey, maybe I'm just with David P's ultimate. I had to correct. See, because there's a Sage in play, I was like, no, wait, David P's the Sage. I'm like, no, they killed her. They killed her, don't forget.
Tables have turned. The tables have turned.
He is a breach now. But yeah, his Rolling Thunder, I think that was just a delay time. He probably thought they'd already pushed past the choke point, in fairness. But it worked out either way. You saw the extra pressure that those couple of seconds cost them. That in the end, okay, he doesn't get a kill off it or anything like that, but it has more dimension to it than that. Here we go again. The man's blind for 6 minutes.
Oh, Angel. DG just going for
the my God.
Our observer's like, what is this?
This is just
We need an on-off button for flashes for observers.
Every 3 seconds. Boom. God. Well, they're all gone at least, I think. There might be one left. I think I've counted 5. Not on David P, at least. He's going to go for the stun up towards heaven. 50 seconds left. I mean, it's not going to cost him a massive amount of time. But it's all about just keeping them boxed in. The moment they've got pistols, they don't have a great chance of really working with it or getting anything done. David P, I don't like the re-aggression. They're in a spot where they've got ranged duels everywhere except for where David P is. There's the final flash of the round, and it doesn't get them anything except death.
Lock down. Another flawless round. Another solid hold from G2. Is what we expect from them on split, though. And this is where FPX needs to try and find more of an answer than just being mid, right? You're taking the chance. It's just whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, so many flashes, so much pain.
Oh, yes. Can we get that exact thing right there? It's like my face when I get flashed for the 6th time in a round. It's just Shadow shaking his whole house. Oh. You know the thing that triggers me about Shadow? It's just take a look next time we're on his cam. Why is his headset cable around his microphone? That really annoys me. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe it's cable management. I don't know. Mine's always just draping down in my way, but having it wrapped around my mic, that freaks me out.
No FPX, can the opening help him out here? Is it going to be enough? Now they're trying to get into the A site, but Patatek in a great spot. It's trading it out though, and Artis, he's coming over to deliver the lockdown some more. Xiao's not done, and he's certainly not out of it. 2 more kills, and we back up with the ult as well. Shadow's got his in play. Oh no, but Xiao, he saves the day. They were both fully focused on Shadow. And the young man steps up on Sage, grabs himself his ultimate as well. And finally, another round here for the attacking side of FPX.
Fantastic stuff. the delivery by Xiao, player that we've been hoping to see so much more from. Why is it wrapped around his mic? And I'm so happy to see him really just turn up, deliver. This is I'm blown away, Banks. FPX, they're putting on a show. They're making sure that, hey, look, this one might go to G2. It's still in contention, but it sure as hell ain't gonna go to them easily. They're not getting away with the same kind of just breezing through finals that they have been, and that they thought they were getting away with here as well.
Oh no, Angel's got away with murder. This might not be spotted out. Comes in from behind, takes down Artist. Xiao's also opened up onto Patatek. This will give him the A site. Oh, this is huge. FPX, they're making big moves. Angel can delay him for so long as well. The Cypher upload coming through.
5 seconds on the smoke. You know, they haven't got one to play with just yet, but they've managed to cross site safely with the Cypher upload and the paranoia that had come through. Angel out of utility at this point. The smoke just about to come back up online for him, though, but as Mixwell goes through to clear underneath, he falls. Pith with a good answer of his own, and with Xiao getting the heals on, he'll be back up to basically full health. I don't know that David P can get in here in time. They're just spread out. They're oh, no! I thought Xiao was behind the wall. He was sitting in front of it. He was looking for a fight, and he got one. Fair play.
Xiao is back, baby. The Xiao star we spoke about so many times. He's been missing when FPX needed him. Had to change so many agents multiple times for this team. Sage on split is definitely what works for him, but is it even going to be enough, right? This is still G2. They're still not out of the dark just yet.
It's been wild. It has been a wild, wild ride. An Artist, a player that was absent towards the start of this series, the first 2 maps, he basically didn't exist on. And here he is, coming through, leading the charge for G2 with 13 kills already. Will not go silently into the night. He's found himself. And look, Banks, is something that you talk about every day of the week when it comes to Artists. You want to see him on the Rays. You want to see him doing this, and on Split, there's no better place.
We just got to get his confidence with it, though, right? It's the Artist I love on Rays is when he's poking out into mid. He's throwing out the paint shells. He's confusing them as just popping the ult the moment he's got it up. But he needs to be able to get it going enough times to put the hurt onto FPX. Because right now, FPX never seem like they're down and out of it. We've truly got a game on our hand, a game that we never expected to see. We all didn't think that we'd even be getting to Split, let's be honest.
No, no one did. Look at how things have gone in the past, man. This has just been G2 dominating the scene from day one. No one would come into this thinking, oh, we're going to go all the way. FPX might win it. No, you're mad. You're mad if you think that. And yet here we are. We're in a spot where FPX, after getting 13-3'd consistently on 2 maps by G2 last time they faced, they're now here and they're awake. No. Angel even opening it up, the entry fragger that we love to see, and he's got away with 1, but then his teammates are starting to fall.
Oh, the timing there for David P. Shadow was ready and waiting for it. Locked on with the operator, and Shadow on his operator has impressed me more and more just in this grand final than I've ever seen before from him. Now we're in a 2v4, and the G2 think they got a chance with it. The camera goes up. You get a bit of information, but is that even enough to play off? Look at Meadow's position on ramp.
There's nothing to be done about this for G2. They're out of here. You know, obviously FPX have got it locked down anyways, but a 2v4, regardless of how sloppy the post plants are, is very rarely going to go your way. So they've definitely made the right call. Pith, seeing if he could just grab an exit on the way, but it's time to run away. Time to get out of here. And he'll do so successfully, carrying forward the weapons. But 5-5. Thanks. Like, I've got a big smile on my face right now. I know Mixwell doesn't. That man's a cyborg right now. He's just.
Why have you got a big smile on your face?
It's a tied up 5th map of the grand finals. This
okay,
is
that's fine. I thought you were going to
game.
throw the curse at me or something some more, you know?
No. I'm not going there. I'm not going there yet. Now, if G2 lose this, I won't say anything. I think G2 will have something to say on social media about it, but, you know, I won't.
Again, Carlos.
I'll DM them and make sure they say it,
good
but, you
friends.
know, I won't.
I love you. I didn't mean this to happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to be a curse. I don't believe in this stuff.
Next event, Banks is not allowed to make predictions.
Yeah, no predictions. No longer is this happening.
Like desk predictions, then under you it just says disqualified.
It's just like, he is An omen. A very bad omen.
This guy is basically just Brimstone because he's such a terrible omen for everybody else.
Hey, in the hands of Angel. It's a whole different set of kettle, a whole different kettle of fish. There we go.
Set of kettles? How many kettles do you have, Banks? This is the question I need to
Hey,
answer
it's
to.
getting late. We're on our seventh game of the day. There's only so much cursing I can take.
I do have 2 kettles. It's because I broke one. The other one kind of works, and I just haven't had the heart to throw it out yet.
It might give you a bad omen.
Exactly. Thank you, Banks.
Oh, the push in. Zipan. He's got his ult up. He wants to try and make it work, but he doesn't know where to fire it just yet. Oh, Artist jumps up high. Zipan never expected it. But the rest of FPX want to make their way onto the A site. The paranoia, the flashes. They're toying with each other. They're playing with fire. David P in the back lines can't get it done. Still a great chance in it for G2. They just need to hold on and hold strong. Oh, this is huge. Mixwell stops the spike from going down, and there's just not enough time for FPX. G2 are battling back with everything they've got, and Xiao, there's nothing he can do in this round.
No, I don't think there is, Banks. Short of installing a spin bot, that round was done. And
It makes
G2,
sense for him to die there, though, for the ult point, right?
exactly. One
Yeah.
step closer. When you've got the cash, why not just go down? You know, okay, you'll give one to your enemy, but I think Xiao brings enough value of his own, considering he can have that res and make up for any mistake towards the start. It was a great little push by Mixwell, getting in there just in time to make the clock their biggest enemy. And now we come into what will be the final round of the half. G2 looking hot. They're building up rounds, but honestly, if they win this, we're just in a position that sets it up even. Oh, Artist, he's going to do it. Let's watch Artist for this round. This guy is about to just go like crazy. They've just had a paranoia thrown through. He's already up in their grill, but he misses it. Great timing by Xiao. He's got the heal up, and with that kill, one step closer to his ult.
Yeah, an extra kill if he can get an ult orb anywhere. It's going to be huge. He could potentially get the one towards B. Patatek's right on the edge of it, though. And will they expect it? He's looking to tuck himself potentially around the corner. The flash comes out. Patatek, they're on the hunt for him. Zipan playing it smart. He's trying to teleport out, and he is able to get away. But my, oh my, Patatek, that was cutting it close. Oh, Shadow onto David P. So that's the B site open.
Completely. Yeah, there are players now just up in heaven. Mixwell, he wants to gain middle control. He's spotting it. Nobody's seen. Oh, there's the red. They know it's coming. They're going to try and break it, but they didn't get it broken in time. The health's already back up on it. Patatek. Oh! Mixwell! He takes them both. Angel and Zipan collateraled, and the res goes unanswered. FPX 2 versus 2. And the ult's still well in play for G2. This is a disaster, Banks.
FPX thought they had it. They thought they made the right call. But Meadow could make his own right call. He's on the flank, but Mixwell expects it. The right click comes through. Only one more to find. It's a 2v1, and it's all on to Shadow. He's got an operator in hand. He's been so deadly. But look at the time. It's not on his side. He knows that Mixwell could push him at any time. The smoke goes down. They're trying to force him off the spike. But it's not going to work just now. Mixwell. Oh! So close. So careful. Mixwell toying. He's got to be so careful. They nearly line up for a double, but it's Mixwell to land another key operator shot. He's unfazed by it because he knows the pressure's still on. What a round. Oh my God. That could have got either way. It looked like it was FPX's. But again, T2 things just happen. And Mixwell's the one to manage to make it come into play. It's 7-5 going into the second half. And G2 have been tested more than ever before on split. But is it enough for FPX to take the win? Be back here in just a few minutes to find out in the second half.
Hello, I am Meadow, and I'm here with Angel from... Wait.
You're Meadow.
Okay. Today we're going to play Signature Shootouts. Signature Shoutouts. The aim of the game is I'm going to read as many voice lines of agents as I can in 60 seconds, and we will see how many he will get right. Hey, Phoenix. If I die, Viking funeral all the way.
Viking funeral.
Yeah.
Breach.
No.
Red?
You- yeah. Let's take from them what they took from me. Everything.
Viper.
Yeah.
Faster. Stop laughing.
keep them in our sights.
I saw.
Yeah. We kill everyone, and our job gets a lot more easier.
Brim breach.
Yeah, Breach. Why are they so determined to die?
Whew, I feel like I forgot few of heroes. I just don't
Yeah.
name it.
Yeah, I put it on the screen. Who else is having a great time? Just me? Oh, I'm gutted.
Omen Cypher. Omen Cypher.
No,
Breach
go
Brim. Okay.
No, go for it. You said everyone. We show them their place. Now keep them there.
Breach Brim Cypher.
No! Wrong! Oh my god, you guessed
Always
everyone!
naming Brim and Breach. No. Bro, it's just your voice. You're acting, you know? Your voice is like Brim or Breach. I feel like we did awful. Well, okay, we did not that great meta, and we'll see how many meta we'll get right. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Now I know how annoying my healing can be.
Sage!
Yes. Oh, the little machines need help? Take your time. We Radiant still start without you.
Killjoy?
No.
Pasta.
I added hahaha. from myself. Remember, stay out of the fire. Super high level tactic, remember it, yeah?
Brimstone?
Fire.
Phoenix?
Yes. Breach, clear our path. Will keep us safe along the way. Who will keep us safe?
Sage?
Yes.
Nice note!
Yes, they call me a monster. Should I prove them right?
Pass.
Why?
What?
There's only one
Wait.
hero that's called a monster.
Viper?
Yes. The poor place. It clings to life. A city after my own heart.
I have no idea, what do you mean?
Then pass. Keep giving us visions, Sova.
Yet.
Pass.
Pass. That's super hard.
It's really hard. Make sure you're following Blast for more content.
It was almost looking like a guaranteed 6-6, but Mixwell did what he does best. Operator in hand, a double kill that sets us to just lose our minds, Mitch, as we get a 7-5 now, as G2 will enter into their attacking side here on Split. This is not just the decider, this is the decider of the grand finals, where G2 have been pushed further than ever before in a Valorant event. FunPlus Phoenix now needs to deliver the defense of a lifetime to try and make this happen.
G2 have lost 2 maps out of 3. That's a best of 3. But what's even worse is that they've lost both of their map picks, right? They've lost, of those maps, 2 were their choice. That sucks. And now they're in a position where they could be losing out. The pressure is on like they've never experienced before. This is an element of G2's gameplay that just has not been tested since the very conception of this lineup. But FPX... Also, Banks, it's worth mentioning, FPX have done this with so little prac. Like, they have not been together that long. That's unbelievable for them to shake up the scene like that. Okay, Party Pirates, yes. Core 3 of Fabrican, yes. I guess the players have got a lot of synergy already that they're bringing as parts of the
so
team.
Different under Angel's regime, though.
Exactly. It's a completely different environment. And the fact that they're delivering like this, it just goes to show what you've been talking about with Angel the whole time. This man builds rosters, has done for so long. Mixwell, the dash, he doesn't quite manage to avoid the fault line, though, so he can't follow up on it.
Angel's in a great spot. Oh, no! No! Taps away, still gets the kill, able to reload, and then more damage coming in. FPX may have whiffed a few shots, but it may not even matter. G2 gets slapped around a bit. 3 still alive for FPX on the pistol. And it all could have gone wrong had Angel not managed to connect those last few shots. Woo. You panic when you see it, don't you? You miss the first one, and then you start to panic yourself. I've been in that situation many times. Many times.
Yeah, I don't imagine that's incorrect. But yeah, that was awkward. You know, shot after shot, missing. It's like an action movie. Bullets landing behind him as he goes. You're thinking, oh, this is his big sequence. But no, this is one of those movies where the main character dies in the end. And so we end up in a position 7-6. FPX pick up the pistol. And you can see G2, again, providing a lot of respect, giving a lot of respect to their opponents. On this side, taking an eco, that's fine. I sort of expect that, right? You don't invest a lot because you're on the attacking side, and it can be hard to really get damage. The fact that they did it when they were on the defensive side earlier, though, that really surprised me. Look at the dash by Mixwell. Good attempt. No reward this time. The sneaky little play up close. The judge on Xiao. We've seen it do damage before, and he pulls out the classic for another. It's a 1v3, though. Still possible for Patatek if he's given the opportunities, but he's not.
How did Xiao get that classic kill? What on earth?
Oh, look at this.
Look, it's just like,
Boom.
pressure from all sides, and still, I'll just control my crosshair, and I'll take one shot, one kill. Cool, done my job, no problem.
Pulls out the martyrdom to take him down. Just as he goes, I'm taking you with me. Well, this is a good spot, though. I mean, look, fair bit of damage. Don't consider in a full eco for G2. They can definitely have something to bounce back on in that regard because they're forcing up reinvestment from FPX, who've now had to commit quite a lot of credits on some of their players to buying up. Thing is, they took some weaker weapons, right? They had their judges in play, and when you come in with judges and specters, having reinvestment isn't the biggest of deals. In fact, even grabbing that judge up yet again to hold down on middle. And this is something that we've seen from Xiao a lot. Oh, those spams are dangerous. He's lost most of his health already. He's 31 HP. If they spam that one more time, he is dead.
You hear all the shots, you're just thinking, when's the next one going to come through to me? Doesn't want to heal himself up just yet either. Doesn't want to give away the sound cue on it. The boombot's going to go out and hopefully find him some success. The continued spam shots. Oh my god.
Spraying for the right side.
Legend.
Because of where that boombot came from, they think he's on the right side. Then that player ran back to ropes. So that, oh, if they just breached it? They have, but he's okay. He wasn't hit by the aftershock. He's good to go as Angel swings for one. Xiao tries to get something done, but eventually that final spam comes through to finish him off and even up the numbers.
Meadow, though, putting in work, even with a Spectre in his hands. Still the advantage for FPX, and G2 want to escape towards A, but already a rotation's coming through. Patatek's hoping he might be able to catch some of them off guard as the flash goes up, catches a few of the players. Shadow's doing his best work to keep him at bay, and he's not done just yet. Angel getting the teleport on go. Oh, and he's able to put the hurt on one. Doesn't expect the side swipe to come in. It's still game on, but the spike won't be planted. David P. starts off really well, but he won't be able to get the spike down. He just has to hide. And another round goes the way of FPX, but my, oh my, that was close.
It sure was, but G2 not able to get it done. The time, ultimately, again, their biggest enemy. This is a bit of a heartbreak. Now they're behind. They're on 8-7, and with that being the full buy round up against FPX's, you know, mix around, that's not where you wanted to see them falter. I think G2 are going to be... I'm really interested. I don't know if we'll have access to full comms after, but that would be really interesting just to hear everything that was going on. Because I don't know how they'll deal. Like, we know G2 are solid team.
What's the change up of it, right? See how different their comms are at this stage.
Absolutely.
They've never had this.
Literally never, but that's the weird thing. We're at a stage where Valorant is quite old. I don't have numbers. I don't know how many months old it is now, but it's very old. Like, there's a lot of plays, there's a lot of stats out there in G2. They've been playing a long time, and yet literally never faced this kind of trouble. I mentioned a stat a while ago that something like 60 or 70% of their... No, I think it's more than that because that includes BO1s and BO2s. So, but a massive amount of their wins, say 70+%, are 2-0s. They rarely even lose maps.
Yeah. They've stayed the dominant force within Europe. They have not been challenged. Not effectively. It's been close at times, but never enough. Angel trying to spam him up. We'll have to back away for now. Zipan's fallen in the meantime. Shadow's still at the back of the site. Oh, and he doesn't expect the speed to come out.
I know exactly where you are.
Problematic now for the FPX side. Cypher ult gets used, information to be had. And despite not all having great upgraded weaponry, G2 in a great spot, but look how many are close on this left-hand side. The flash goes out. They want to push on it. Angel's doing his best, but he's only able to get one. Xiao there healing himself up. He's got some backup from Meadow. At least it's in a 2v2, but Arnis has popped the ult. They're right on the side of it. Xiao gets the revive in as well. This is perfect. The timing can come in. The spike is still possible to be defused. Arnis all alone. He's got armor to play off of. Oh, and he gives it away. But Xiao with the revive as well. It's going to work out for him. It's going to be a 9th round on the board. But again, so close yet so far for G2.
Wow. What a play by Xiao. Absolutely huge work done. Angel gets one, delays him long enough that Xiao's then in position to swing through, take one kill, go back, get the heal on, swing in with another, get the res up. Everything went his way. And Artist try as he might to delay the time and isolate that 1v1 fight. You can see the frustration really start to brew. This was a round that G2 needed. This would have put them back on the map, but now it's 9-7. And FPX are starting to run away with it. One last investment for G2. And if they lose this, they're looking at a probable 11-7 scoreline.
G2 need to pull it back, and they need to do it fast. Guns in their hands now. Not the lesser buys that they've had on the previous. They're going to go for a faster play. Straight down. Zipan ready for it. Grenades going up, but it might be too far. Might be too deep. A nice bit of damage being done. Mixwell skips on forward. And actually, he's got a bit of room to hide here. This is actually really nice for him. Meadow! Oh, this is beautiful from him. He's toying with him. He's allowing the rotate to come in, but Piff, he's having none of it. He's pushing back as much as possible. Oh, the ult coming into play as well. It's going to daze him out a bit. David P trying to flash his way in, and he's still trying to do it, but it's not going to be enough. Angel tapping away, and the 10th round is secured. FPX, 2 away from match point, and G2, they are struggling. They are really running out of ideas. They've gone slow. They've gone fast. They've had the mixed buys coming in there. They've had rounds that have gone extremely close, but not close enough to secure them a round.
No, not quite close enough, and it is a weird position, Banks, to be in right now. I'm almost pinching myself to see if I'm awake or if I'm dreaming. FPX are on the verge of beating G2. They're damn close. They're 3 rounds ahead, 3 away from victory. Facing off against what is a last-ditch attempt at a buy from G2. I mean, they are investing everything they possibly can into this one. You're going down to Bulldogs. Got some Vandals to play around as well. No ultimates online as of yet. I mean, this round is weighted slightly towards FPX. I'm surprised they didn't take the eco, but then again, being so far behind, it makes sense that they want to just hit them right here and now, but the promise hasn't really been there in a lot of these rounds. That could be an opening duel. What's happened over towards that other side? But Shadow, he drops, and that is going to be an opening duel going the way. Zipan eventually able to return one at least, but he is really struggling.
They've got to be oh so careful here. Finally a round that's looking good for G2, one they desperately need.
I know exactly.
We've got to continue to point out that, remember, G2 had a 1-map advantage in this. They came from the upper bracket. Angel still playing around. G2 are grouped up so close together. This is problematic. They don't want to be caught by just players swinging on them. 1-for-1 trade outs here. It's still working out. The blast pack does so much damage. He's going to try and push on it. Has he seen both players, though? That's the next thing. He's going to be stunned. He's going to try and hold on to it. But Zipan's not able to get it done. Now only 1v1, and Meadow with the pistol. He can't survive, and Piff on 4 health and a dream. Nets G2 their first round of this half so far, after it was 5 in a row from FPX.
A wild ride, a roller coaster of emotions for G2 that they've never experienced before, but they're just about managing to hold on. Fighting tooth and nail, clawing their way right back into this series. After a 1-0 advantage, as you said, Banks, we've come to the final map. Advantage over towards FPX. You can see it in those player cams. Such a valuable addition to the broadcast, seeing these guys in this, as the rounds go on. G2, look at map 1, look at map 2. The wins that they got, they're like, yeah, we got it, cool. Now it's like this jolt. It's almost like a shock going through them. Like, oh, we got around, yes. You can see the relief in their body language alone. And that is something that literally has never been seen of G2 before. Like, I've watched a lot of their streams. I've watched a lot of their games back, simultaneously looking at tournament and stream cams, and they're never, ever stressed out.
No, not like this. Never pressured with it. Mixwell to try and make some magic happen with the ult popped up. Artist is there to try and find him some extra information. Shao on the side with the judge in his hand. They're going to back away. They're still going to push towards A. Zipan's there ready and waiting. More flying out towards him. Oh, and that really threw him off with Mixwell. He may have missed the knives, but when he dashed away, Zipan didn't know who to focus on. Shao could come up huge here, though. First one goes in for some more, but it's not going to work out. Meadow's there to back him up, and it's now all on Mixwell. He spent all of his knives. He's on 70 health. He's got the spike, and I love this position. Try and mix it up a bit. Oh, the paranoia comes out towards him. They try to spray him down. He's playing out of his own smoke as well, but that will quickly fade. It doesn't stay around for long. He's off the side of it, and both players being split up could be a massive problem here for him. He starts off onto Shadow, and Mixwell comes up clutch. Once again, they cannot believe it. It's all or nothing, and Mixwell, he's always given it his all. And FPX, they now need to start fearing, because G2 is back to things.
You keep drinking whatever the hell that is, Mixwell. That was unbelievable. Look at that. So he trades out upper, goes down, gets the plant, but this, he realizes there's an overextension by Shadow, and the spray, the swing around to Angel, and you can see it. This whole street is shaking now. Patatek, the screams out of him. David P as well. He's clapping for days. That was an absolutely gorgeous clutch. And oh my God. Again, though, tactical pause afterwards. It makes sense.
Yeah.
This was a round that you had to rely on a 1 in a million shot, and it worked out. But it ain't going to work out every time, and so you need to fix the flaws that you just saw. Smart play by G2. And also,
need to talk it through.
There's another aspect of this, Banks, as well. I feel like after a big clutch like that, you call a pause, right? You figure out what went wrong in your half, but you're also just letting your opponent sit in it.
Yeah, make them think about their mistakes. Make them dwell on it. Make them suffer for a bit. For G2, you can be thinking, cool, we're doing it again. We're coming back into it. These two teams are so evenly matched right now. This is what we deserve from the last European Ignition Series Grand Final.
As long as we wait for this moment where G2 would be challenged. It's been prophesized. We've talked about it at every single event. All we wanted was a close finals. David P, I asked him at one point going into, I think, 2 Ignition Series ago, I said, Dave, please, give us a close finals. At least make it close. And he said, well, it's not up to me. Opponents couldn't deliver then, but FPX, well, they've stepped up to the mantle. They've stepped up to the plate. But how long can they hold on to it for? Because this lead, it seems to be fleeting.
Piff across all maps so far has not been looking good. Neither has Artis. But Piff right now, on this map in particular, he's stepping up. He's delivering. He's giving his team what they need. But FPX want to try and get this retake on go real soon, and Pazek tucked himself away. This could be a real problem for him. Artis pokes on out. Angel doesn't expect the second player to be there. And Mixwell goes on the cleanup duty. 10-10, and G2, they're starting to make the magic happen. They're starting to find their form again, but you can see the nerves in everyone's eyes. It's not something we're used to seeing when we're looking at G2.
This has been the hardest challenge of G2's career. FPX stepping it up. Again, if you go back and you watch the previous games or even just check the results, it was 13-3 to G2 on each map, including Split. They wrecked FPX. And yet, here we are. That was the worst game FPX have played. It was the worst game on record for 2 of their players ever. And now they're here, and they're not putting up that same kind of weak performance, but this is a round they need to deliver in. Artis wants to be the first man in. He's only got a ghost because he's ulting straight into this fight. He knows he'll probably die, but if he does, at least he'll take one of them with him. He doesn't find anything, but he does in a way. It's map control. That makes up for the lack of a kill. as they get into the B site and get the spike down without a casualty or a bullet fired.
It's a full retake though, 5 men to push on into the site. Mixwell, he's popped the knives once again because he's had so many good rounds after round. Zipan's there, tries to fire it off. He's able to take down Artis, but he needs a lot more than that in this round. The flash is going up and Zipan goes kill. Patatek will finally put an end to it, and G2 now just need to stand strong for a little bit longer. Full control of the site. The revive coming in is going to be huge, but is it going to be enough? The rest of G2 fall, and 4 players due to the revive stay alive for FPX. They finally stopped the aggression that was being shown by G2. And it was a nice attempt with Artis' ult, but the backing away from FPX really paid off.
It absolutely did. The fact that they had decided to take that round with upper control. I mean, Artis taking a pistol. The whole logic there was I'm going to dive in, probably going to die, but at least I'll take one, get the info, and open up the site. But instead, he goes through. He can't really take a fight in those post plants, right? He has to get up close and personal with the Ghost and try to deal the damage that way. And the return ult by Zipan, he's like, oh, you got the site with yours. Cool. I'm going to kill you, though. Like, I'm going to get that frag. And on the back of that, it's 11-10. FPX back up in the lead. They're not allowing it to go into the hands of G2 Esports just yet. And if they get one more round, they're at least guaranteed an overtime.
Patiently waiting on the other side. Zipan behind the smoke for now. Artis wants the Boombot to do some work for him, as Zipan's going to fall back. Rotation's already coming in a bit towards B. I think they've got to read on what G2 might try and achieve here. They're looking for it. Plenty of abilities being used to start off with. The slow's been put on the floor. It's a nerf slow indeed. Artis has been able to get a lot of room as Mixwell's fallen. He dashes on out, but it's a dash to his death. Xiao just needs to stay hidden for now. Oh, perfect timing. Xiao's delivering right when they need it. And G2 need to be oh so careful from up high, though. Piff manages to deliver. Meadow's got to be careful if he wants to try and push through this. The numbers now go in favor of G2. The spike to be planted. And oh, the timing! He's going in for more. Meadow pulls out the pistol and he's not done yet. He smacks him down and now it's a 1v1. Patatek. He's come up clutch. He's come up huge over and over again. He expects him to be on it. And the Cypher upload comes in. How's he going to play off of it? He goes in for the kill, but Patatek remains strong. A huge pickup. And the pressure was all over G2. But they still managed to even it up. No one is taking a big lead in this yet. No one is going to achieve match point until this round.
I don't know if my heart can take much more of this. The fact that Meadow gets right up in there to take those fights again and again. He's such a consistent and smart player. We see him lock down that site many a time over towards upper B and on the site itself. He avoided the ultimate coming through from Artis in the previous round, and this time he was there to pull them back into it, but the clutch just evades him. One round in between an overtime guarantee for either of these teams. The full investments from both, as G2 have just been clawing back in with very explosive plays. It seems to be working out for now because they just have these players that they're able to lean on. That individual performances coming out. Patatek as well. At this point, I think he's been the most impressive player, certainly when it comes to consistency for this lineup across the entirety of this tournament. And as we move into what could be the decision maker, really, the round that decides which team walks away with it. It's a slower approach by G2, but they're about to explode onto this site.
This explosion's coming in the form of Artis with a bulldog in his hand. He doesn't even need one of the main rifles to get the job done. He wants to take his team through and grab that match point. More spam coming out, but Shadow's able to reply a little bit. They're still outnumbered, certainly outgunned. Spike will be planted, and Angel needs to try and find himself a weapon as well. He's still walking around that Sheriff, and yeah, he's been able to do a hell of a lot in previous games, but it's again the Bulldog. It's again Artis. He may have not had the best finals performance, but he's stepping up when his team needs it. Shadow looking for an opportunity here, but he's completely surrounded. Has he got a hope in hell chance of this with no abilities to play with either? Wants to try and bait out the player, but Piff is right behind him. It's an execution. And it could be the final chance done for FPX. I'm surprised they're not calling a timeout here, Mitch. G2 have made it to match point when FPX have been in such a good spot.
If
They
you're
had the
FPX,
lead.
Man, can you imagine being FPX though? You had the lead, as you were saying. They come all the way up into this one. They start smashing out rounds. It's looking like it's their game. G2 have expanded all their tactical timeouts. First time we've seen that, by the way. And then you lose it at the last second, 13-11. We talked about it before, Banks. You know, having that close loss is worse than being smashed. When you get 13-3, you come in and you say, oh, we messed up. We did nothing right. Yeah, it's fine. We know what to fix. When you get 13-11, you start questioning every little mistake that you made along the way. It is heartbreaking. From what we've seen of G2 so far, they seem to have a handle back on this game. They're playing it explosively towards the B site, consistently, exploiting a weakness that they've found. But then they slow it down in the previous. They take mid control. They make FPX really guess. And at this point, it becomes so hard to predict. It's a weak buy for FPX as they come into the penultimate round of regulation. And there is a whole lot to do, Banks, to stay alive.
Oh, there's a hell of a lot to do to stay alive, and it's not working out from G2. They push on in. Xiao's doing his best to push them back, but David P is going full force into this one. Shadow's fallen as well, and only 2 members of FPX remain. It's not looking good for them at all here.
The Raz, at least. Xiao's able to get Shadow back up.
13-11, Mitch. G2 Esports take the final European Ignition Series event that we will see. It looked like FPX were going to be able to take it away from them. They were in the lead on the last map, despite being at a map disadvantage. But G2 find a way. These are the true champions of Europe, possibly the champions of the world. They have been dominant across every single Ignition Series event.